broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track.
Question, they'll let us know that you've asked a question, and you can open it up to anybody here on the panel. They'll be happy to answer your questions. So take advantage of the knowledge I have at this table, because I've got some people that are very well versed in all kinds of areas in the food and wine industry. So take advantage of that while they're here. So Michael, I just poured both wines. The first one I poured was the Petite Syrah, and then the Syrah. You know, when guests come in the tasting room, they're always they always ask me, is the Petite Syrah just a smaller grape of the Syrah? And that question comes up all the time.
All the time.
So let's just put that to bed now and explain the difference between Petite Syrah and Syrah as a varietal.
Okay. So Petite Syrah is its own varietal. It is a completely different varietal of grape. And its parents actually came from Syrah is the father, and there's another grape called Paloursin, which is not very well known, which was the mother. So there was a guy back in the late 1880s, guy by the name of Derif in France, in the Rhone area, actually took a seed of Paloursin and pollinated it from Syrah fruit, and out came a child, which has qualities of both mother and father, and they named it Petite Syrah.
Are you guys paying attention to this? Because I'm not going to be able to repeat that, so you're going to have to pay attention here.
I think you can play it back.
That's right. You're going to be able to play it back.
So I've never heard of Paloursin before, but apparently it's an ancient grape from back in France, and that was the seed part of that created Petite Syrah.
So your question was...
Sometimes I've seen like wineries in Australia call it Derif.
Derif, it is. They're synonyms.
Is it the same thing?
They're synonyms, absolutely. It would be the same as Syrah versus Shiraz. Exact same varietal, it just goes by different synonyms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in America, when we see wineries that call their Syrah Shiraz, is it really just a marketing issue for them? I mean,
yeah.
It's not. There's no.
It's the exact same fruit. I think, there's some. I've heard some arguments that stylistically, from Australia, they go for a little more fruit-forward, jammy style, whereas the Rhone wines can tend to be a little more on the earthy side. Mm-hmm. And so stylistically, you might go Syrah versus Shiraz, but there's no rules or regulations about, calling a wine a particular.
Okay. Now the two wines are different vintages. The 05, 06. We really held back on really throwing this out to the wine club and a large group of people. The aging is different in Petite Syrah and Syrah as far as time in the bottle. I mean, does it seem to need a little bit more time in the bottle?
Well, it's a big wine. I mean, it's known for its tannins. It is, when you go out and actually look at Petite Syrah on the vine, it's got really tiny berries. So the ratio of skins to juice when you actually take it to the crush pad there's a lot of skin contact, so it tends to extract out a lot of that. You get great color from it. It's known for its tannins as well. So Petite is kind of, it throws people a little bit of a curve. They think it's going to be some dainty little wine, and it's not. It's a huge, it's great with, we actually love this wine with big, heavy meat dishes, like